This Sunday is the 15th Sunday in Ordinary Time, Year B. The first reading this Sunday is from the book of Amos. On the 5th Sunday of Ordinary Time this year, we spoke about the books of the Old Testament being arranged in 4 sections. First, the books of Moses, or the Torah. Next, the historical books. Then the poetic books, also known as the books of wisdom. And last, the books of the prophets. The books of the prophets are divided into 2 parts, the major prophets and the minor prophets. The book of Amos is the 3rd of the books of the 12 minor prophets. Amos is one of the earliest recorded prophets. He lived about 750 years before Jesus. At that time, Israel was divided into 2 parts. The northern part, which was still known as Israel, and the southern part, which was known as Judah. At the time, the wealthy people in Israel were treating the poor as slaves. This Sunday's first reading describes who Amos was, a shepherd from Judah, sent by God to warn the people of Israel that there would be consequences for treating the disadvantaged so badly. Amos went about his mission because God asked him to, not for his own benefit. But Amos was not made welcome by the priest at Bethel. The national temple of Israel was at Bethel. Jerusalem was in Judah. Bethel was named by Jacob. The name means house of God. The city was previously called Luz. Bethel is mentioned numerous times in the Old Testament, including in Genesis. It is described as the place where Jacob famously dreamt of a ladder between earth and heaven, and the place where God renamed Jacob Israel. The city was so ancient that there is some debate about where it actually was, but the Palestinian village of Beitin in the area known as the West Bank is generally believed to be the spot. The second reading this Sunday is from St. Paul's letter to the Ephesians. We spoke about the letter to the Ephesians on the 4th Sunday of Lent this year. The letter was apparently written towards the end of Paul's career, while he was in prison in Rome. But the letter does not mention the 2 years that Paul spent in Ephesus. So the letter to the Ephesians was probably written by a follower of St. Paul, rather than by Paul himself. And it may have been a circular letter, sent to people in different places with the name of the place written in the start each time. This Sunday's second reading is lengthy, but was originally just one long sentence in Greek. The reading is found almost at the very start of the letter, and is a reminder of the many things that we can be grateful to God and to Jesus for. The Gospel this Sunday is again from Mark. Jesus sends the apostles out in pairs to encourage the people of Israel to repent, to change their ways, the same reason that God sent Amos. Jesus orders the apostles to demonstrate that, like Amos, they are going about their mission for God, not for their own benefit.